Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It is Coffee In on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here on this Wednesday morning. It's October 8th. Thanks for joining us at the Coffee In table. We'll say hello to Melissa Smith from the St. Antoine Communities. Hi, Melissa.
Good morning, everybody.
And filling in for Tim Draper today, because he can't make it, is Amanda LaRose from Navigant Credit Union. Hi, Amanda.
Good morning. Hello.
And as I explained to my wife this morning, I
was waiting for a comment about this.
This is what I'm in for this morning.
Yes.
I said, I explained this to Melissa last week, Amanda. I go, this is like I'm on a double date, and the other guy hasn't shown up. But we've already ordered drinks and dinner.
Yeah, you're
so
in it
now.
You're in
I got four eyes staring back at me, saying, "Entertain me, Joe. Be charming. Be wonderful."
Yeah. You know what?
I think we'll be the judge of that. Well,
Well, of course you are.
I don't know if we'll have another date after this.
Here. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm on the date with Amanda.
Oh, well,
So
great.
I think your date didn't show
You are
up.
actually just
bar.
the Uber driver taking us home after.
Wow. Right under the bus.
Oh, man.
All right. Melissa, time for our first message from the St. Antoine Communities, please.
We'll be gentle on you, Joe. I promise.
Oh, thanks.
I promise.
That'd be
So,
great.
I'm from St. Antoine Community, and for those of you that don't know a lot about the services that we offer on our property, we have a wonderful assisted living community called the Villa at St. Antoine. It's a 76 apartment facility, as well as St. Antoine Residence, which houses our brand new memory care assisted living unit, Primrose Lane, as well as an incredible state-of-the-art rehab facility called Easy Street Rehab. And we have a special care unit which really houses folks that are dealing with later stage Alzheimer's or other cognitive issues, and obviously a skilled short and long-term care facility portion as well. So if you're in need of any level of care that I just mentioned, feel free to reach out to me at 401-767-3500. Be happy to walk you through your options and explain the necessary steps to help place your loved one in our community. Thank you.
All right, Melissa, thanks. And just one little housekeeping note that I wanted to bring up first is, Autumn Fest is this weekend, and we want people to come on down to the ON radio truck in our tent, and we'll be, like we always do, we'll be selling Autumn Fest buttons, we'll be selling Autumn Fest calendars, we'll be doing our Split the Pot raffle as well. But something we want you to stop by, because we'll be signing people up for free. We'll be giving away 2 MVP passes to Six Flags New England.
Fantastic.
Now, what is part of the MVP pass? You could go to Six Flags because they stay open through Halloween of this year. So you could go this year if you wanted to go. But the big deal is that you have unlimited visits to Six Flags during 2026.
Wow.
And not just Six Flags New England, if you wanted to go to any Six Flags around the country.
How many are there? Do we know?
That's a great question.
Is that in your blurb somewhere? Amanda's going to look it up. Now I'm curious.
There's over 40 Six Flags New
Get
England parks
out.
around the country. Yes. So,
I had no idea.
yes, and so not only access to all the Six Flag parks, you get free parking at Six Flags New England. And does anyone know?
Which can be a little pricey. from
Last
what
I knew, it was
understand.
like $30
Yep,
to
I
park
think
up
so.
there. So free parking up there. Access to Hurricane Harbor, that's their water park, that's there. There's in-park food and retail discounts and discounted tickets for friends as well. So we're very excited that we're giving away these 2 MVP tickets. Just pop on by. No purchase necessary. Just fill out the little form that we have, and we'll be drawing the winner coming up on Tuesday for these 2
Fantastic.
MVP tickets to Six Flags New England. So I think that's
pretty cool.
we're excited about giving that away. We thank the Six Flags people for passing those along to us so we can pass those out. All right, first thing I want to bring up is something's going on at Pontigansett High School.
Ooh, yeah.
Have you heard?
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, Melissa's heard.
I haven't heard
Amanda has
anything.
not heard.
Cringy.
Well,
Yeah.
a Pontigansett High School teacher is off the job, so she's not there anymore. And the Rhode Island State Police are investigating, according to Channel 12. But state and local education officials, as well as the police, are refusing to reveal exactly what the investigation entails or who's involved. The situation was briefly addressed at the Foster Gloucester Regional School Committee meeting on Tuesday night by the school committee member Shelley Pezza during public comment. And she's quoted, "If the allegations are true regarding inappropriate behavior with one of our teachers and students, and in fact students and parents have come forward complaining about such behavior, and the administration didn't take action to address said complaints, what kind of example are we setting?" That's a great question. For the sake of transparency and for the sake of students and parents, as a school committee member and taxpayer, I demand an independent investigation into this matter. And in response, the superintendent of schools, Dr. Renee Palazzo, stressed that the district was not made aware of any potential misconduct. No reports were given, no information was shared. I'm hearing about it for the first time right now. There is a state police investigation, but they won't give other information about that. Channel 12 did reach out to the teacher, but got no response. And if you dig a little more, it involves a phys ed teacher and a female phys ed teacher and a male student. Yeah. So that's are you hearing any more, Melissa?
So I'm not, I'm not creating a rumor mill or anything to that effect. I will just share that I know NRI Now News online and a couple other like local online news outlets have put some stories out there since yesterday when the news broke and really referenced the fact that there was a sophomore male student, or rather senior, just graduated, I believe, and something to the effect of the girlfriend of the boy might have kind of blew the whistle that the boy that she was dating has potentially been seeing this teacher since sophomore year. So for 2 years, possibly had a relationship. So that's what I read. It's not what I've know firsthand or anything to that effect. But
he's graduated now.
He's graduated now, but the understanding through some text messages, I guess, that she had tripped across that she tripped across the fact that they had had a relationship since sophomore year. So again, all not, all no solid accusations being sounded here, but more or less, I guess that's kind of what it seems to be the premise of the investigation from the state police.
Okay.
The sad part is she actually is married to another phys ed teacher who's in my town. So they both used to work together in North Smithfield, and a few years back she switched school systems, but he still is in our town.
I see.
And he was teacher of the year a couple of years ago.
All right.
And her husband's a wonderful person and leader in our community, and they have small children, so I think all of it's very tragic. And I'm hoping they're handling it with kids' gloves and I feel for him in the equation. Who knows what the findings are going to be, if this is substantial and this is actually happened, and I just feel for their family, truthfully, because it's just sad.
Okay.
All of it. Yeah.
Now you're up to date, Amanda, and what's going on out there in Pontiac. Do you feel that it's because it's a female phys ed teacher and a male student, it's as opposed to the other way around, is it not being taken as seriously?
No, I think both ways would be. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's rare. I feel like it's rare to hear maybe of an accusation this way around, right? But at the same time, it seems like they're taking it seriously, and I don't know. It's just just sad. I don't even want to say it's icky because we don't know if it's true. Like, it's just a whole thing.
Right, and you got to wait for the state police to conclude their investigation to see what actually is going on. But she's not working there anymore, from what I.
Well, the first report that came out had said she was fired, and then that was quickly changed to she resigned.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of all unraveled very quickly from like 12 o'clock yesterday through to last evening. But yeah, if you are looking for, I guess, all the locals' comments surrounding it, jump onto one of those social media pages and follow one article, and you'll see everyone's input.
Sure, and now Channel 12 and Channel 10, they're both on top of this now. They'll be following up with the state police and see where things go. So, okay. So that's what's going on out there in Pontiac. I mean, we had the fights here in Woonsocket, and now we got that going on over there in Pontiac. So it's always something.
It's always something. And I haven't been on the air, so I'm going to switch to a positive topic. I haven't been on the air since Taylor Swift's new album was released. But what I will
well, now this is important.
This is so important. With all of the swirling negative stuff that we constantly talk about on the air and touch upon news stories from the night before, whatever, obviously there's a lot of controversy right now in her album. And I just want to share it from a personal perspective. It's just nice to have something positive to talk. I mean, it's okay. I think it's a great album. It's a little upbeat, whatever. I know there's some controversial stuff buried within it, but it's just it's a transition from all the terrible news stories that are out there, global stories, whatever that's going on in the world. It's like we need more. Give us more music stories. Give us more controversy in music over all this other stuff.
Amanda, your kids like Taylor Swift?
My daughter, no.
No, okay.
No.
Not a Swiftie.
No,
right.
she is not a Swiftie. No,
All right.
she is. She's an eccentric music listener.
Eclectic.
Eclectic,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
But what I'm hearing about, we'll keep it on Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Because this is what I hear from my daughter, she's 20.
Yeah.
It's split,
Yeah.
50-50.
It is.
That's
And
what I do here.
50 people love it, 50%, and the other 50%
Yeah.
say it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's so awful about it? She just too many songs about Travis and their relationship and like that, and the songs are just not good.
Okay, so
I'm like,
I'm going to just
wow.
weigh in.
Okay.
The last 3 albums that have come out from her, I, at first pass, didn't like any of them. Second pass, yeah, maybe like 1 or 2. Third pass, it grew on me, right? I think true Taylor fans really have to understand the lyrics and not just read the lyrics, listen to lyrics, combine the lyrics, whatever. It takes 6 or 7 passes, and I had a road trip this week and by myself, so I did like at least
Real
6 or 7
in-depth
rounds,
listening.
and now I can't even skip a song. I think the part about Taylor that people like, that really are true fans, is she's a poet, and there is some real creative lyric composition in there, and you have to you can't take it as what the name of the song is, because I think a lot of non-Taylor fans are like, oh,
Look at the title.
look at the title, look at the first few lines, and they make a judgment pass right away. Nope, she's better than that. You got to really get into who it's about, what it's about, and the lyrics are very crafty. So taking that out of we don't have to keep on with this conversation, but my house is very divided as well. My daughter's coming home from college tonight, and she had a listening party, the whole thing is just like, I hate it.
Okay.
But I have told her we're going to listen to it a few more times this week, and then we're going to see how you feel once you know what it's about. But my point is, I don't want to go into Taylor, but it's just like, let's just start talking about lighter stuff. It's there's a lot of sad stuff going on.
Let's find the positive out there versus all the negative.
It's heavy.
What about the younger daughter?
Warming up to it.
Okay.
There's
all
some
right.
toe tapping stuff on there.
Is there?
There
All right.
is.
Toe tap.
There's some toe tapping stuff. And I think what for her is she watched, Taylor was on Jimmy Fallon, so she's been watching some of the highlight clips from that interview with him and learning about some of the lyrics and what they mean, but also like the fact that the whole audience, I think if you turn the volume up a certain way and add the bass, it also sounds different than it just does on the radio. Anyways, this audience doesn't care about it, so I'm going to stop talking and rambling right now. But it is, in my world, personal world right now, a nice break and reprieve from things.
Yep.
Things that
Okay.
are just yucky.
All right. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for something that's more upbeat in the news.
And he just went
Wow.
through 10 pages.
And there's nothing.
You know.
Why don't you give me your list? He just
You
flipped through
know
10
that when we
pages.
are on, we want positive rays of sunshine.
Well, there are some. I'm just looking for something that's nearby, Rhode Island or Massachusetts, and I'm like, no, that woman killed in Situate. The 2 guys from Rhode Island that were arrested in Boston for lighting the cop on the car on fire. One's from Cumberland, one's from Warwick. They pleaded not guilty. They were released on bail. They've got ankle bracelets on. Boy, there's the business to be in. These
The ankle
GPS
bracelet?
ankle bracelet monitoring. Where do you get how do you buy these? But anyway, and they've been told to stay out of Boston. That's one of the rules, except when they have to come back for
sentencing or
for the
Yeah.
trial. Then
Wouldn't
they
it be
come
funny
back.
if they mashed up ankle bracelets and whatever dogs wear in the electric fences?
Oh, the shock
thing, right?
Yeah.
So when you actually are put on a restriction like that,
Yeah.
that like you start to cross a border and it zaps you,
Yeah.
you gotta go
zap you
back.
hot. It's like a taser. So you just drop.
Now that's the business we're gonna start right there.
There you go.
I'll do a side note, Joe.
Okay.
So my daughter, now that she has a phone because she's in middle school,
Okay.
we put an app on there that monitors, right? So when she comes into a certain
Tracks her?
right, it
Okay.
tracks her.
Okay.
And it's more for, safety, right? When she's leaving school or coming home from school. But we told her, hey, listen, there's an area around our house that if you leave it, it's going to let us know. And she's like, well, what's that area? I said, well,
We're not gonna
I'll
tell you.
never tell you the area. But I
just
said,
know.
Why don't
I'll
you
know.
test it?
Right? I'll know because it's going to let me and my, your dad know. And so every day she kind of like watches our phone when she's in the yard and she's like testing where she can go.
Waiting
How
for
far
the
she can
ding.
walk.
Yeah. I'm like, we're not going to tell you. She's like, is it going to hurt? I'm like, it's not going to zap you. Right?
Oh my God, that's so funny. We've been trying to figure out when to
That's so
turn it
funny.
off. Like my daughter in college is not aware that it's still on.
Well, she might be now.
And so like on a Saturday night for fun, my husband and I are like, I don't know where she is. Not that we have to
Right.
really ask anymore. You know, she's on her own and all the things, but it's kind of like a fun way of figuring out what time of night is it and is she home yet and all the things. But it's also helpful for during the week when I don't want to reach out to her if she might be in class or something, so you can kind of
Right.
tell where they are on campus. But I think at some point we have to shut it off. But I feel like maybe when she gets married someday.
I didn't
Shut
do that
it off.
intentionally with my son, but he went to school way up in Maine, but his phone plan was just on my plan. In fact, it still is. But anyway, at one point, I got a message on my phone that says, "Be careful, because you're very close to Canada, and if you're going to use your phone while you're in Canada, the roaming charges are going to be outrageous."
Holy cow.
I'm like, and so I texted him. I said, "Why are you in Canada?" And he says, "How do you know I'm in Canada?" Big Brother's out there. and
Yeah,
watching.
we're watching.
But there's so many advantages.
He didn't go to
honestly.
Canada. He was just on the border.
Yeah.
but-
That's one advantage right there, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he should know to at least reach out to mom and dad. He might be old enough, but like, hey, I'm thinking about crossing the border. Just want someone to be aware.
Yeah.
But my daughter had my youngest had a volleyball game down in Middletown the other day. Mm-hmm. I was trying to get down there to meet her for the game. And, you know, traffic patterns down there, it could be anywhere from like an hour 10 to 2
Yes.
hours, right?
Yeah.
And so exactly that. I start heading down and I'm like, sitting in traffic. I'm like, let me find out where her bus is because that will tell me if she's ahead of me or
Oh,
behind
okay.
me, right? And it said she was 45 minutes behind me. Their bus had arrived late at the school. And I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Because what that means in my land as a JV volleyball player is if they arrive late, they're not even going to have a game.
Right.
Right.
Right,
So I'm already
yeah.
almost there. I'm already almost on the Newport Bridge. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You know, but it's those moments that you sort of are able to just do like a check-in without, you know, it's not the
Yeah.
malicious parenting stuff. It's just
I do it.
a
just-
huge tool for
I
parenting.
get
now.
alerted when she leaves the middle school, so
Yeah.
I can plan like, hey, if I have an extra 15 minutes, right? Before I jump on a call or an email, I can go meet her at the bus stop
Pick
and
her up.
pick her up,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I
so
wish I had that. Oh my God.
I
back
can
then.
gauge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use it as that. I want to make sure that she's safe, right? But I'm
Yeah.
not like, where is she at every? You know, I mean, she's come on, she's 11. She's
Right.
at school or home at this point.
Right,
You know.
right.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. So, Melissa, it's time for your second message, please, from the St. Antoine communities.
Yeah, I think last week I just touched upon this a little bit, but it is fall, and all fall things are happening at St. Antoine community right now. So I just have a few announcements for folks that are looking to support some community events that we have coming up. One right now is we are collecting socks for Socktober. So feel free to stop by either St. Antoine residents or the Ville at St. Antoine and drop off your donations. We'll be collecting those for the entire month. And also in both buildings, we are having like little mini shops set up for breast cancer awareness and support. So we are selling all things pink. So if you feel like you want to swing by and purchase a shirt or purchase some pens or socks or shoelaces, whatever, we have cute little setups at both lobbies of either building. And raising funds actually to support one of our colleagues. Her name is Fiorella, and she's a breast cancer survivor, but every year she participates in the Making Strides Walk in Providence. And she's been doing this for a while now. And so our effort to support her and her team is to raise as much money as we can and pass it off to her to donate to breast cancer awareness and education. And that got actually picked up by the North Smithfield High School soccer team. And so now they're partnering with us and they are spreading the word in addition. So we're just hoping it's going to end up making probably our most generous gift ever to Fiorella and her team. So if you're interested in helping us out or supporting that cause, or you know someone on the soccer team here in town, reach out, show your support. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Melissa, thanks. And the Coffee and program will continue. We have a note to get to. We will when we come back on the Coffee and program.
First news, best music. You're tuned to ON
Hi,
Radio.
this is Frank Richard of the Eston & Richard Insurance Agency. You may know who we are, but have you ever given us the chance to know you? Sure, there are many insurance agencies that you can choose from. However, have you noticed that there are fewer insurance agencies still in business compared to 10 or 15 years ago? That's because, as the saying goes, only the strong survive. At Eston & Richard, we have contracts with some of the finest insurance carriers in the business. Eston & Richard will not place your coverage with carriers that can't show financial strength. Ask your current insurance agent how many companies he does business with. If he doesn't have at least a dozen strong insurers, then you should make a change. Call Eston & Richard Agency at 766-4200 to review your present personal or business insurance program. We're a low-key, no-pressure office. Most of our customers have been with us for a long time. That's because we can handle any and all of their insurance needs. We insure businesses from many industries: restaurants, apartment houses, manufacturers, convenience food stores, service stations. There isn't a business that we can't protect. Call us at 766-4200. Customer satisfaction speaks for itself, and Eston and Richard is waiting to help.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores. It is Coffee In on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Amanda LaRose from Navigant Credit Union and Melissa Smith from the St. Antoine Communities.
Yeah.
Note called in 766-1240 on a completely different subject.
Okay,
Yay.
we welcome that.
The Boston Bruins open their season tonight.
Okay.
Any hockey fans?
A fan if we're winning.
Well, we're 0-0, so...
So this is a good time to say yay!
All right.
Next week we'll either be like yay or we'll be like, oh, here we go again. I'm not sure.
Do you like
but
hockey,
new coach
Amanda?
though.
No.
No, okay, that's fine. The note just goes on. They didn't make any major impactful moves in the offseason, except for a new coach.
Except for new coach.
Jeremy Swayman will be their #1 goaltender, and their backup goalie are certainly suspect. Swayman is expected to have a better year this year. You know how many experts picked them to make the playoffs? That would be 0. Well, they didn't. They came in last place last year. The only place they can go is up. So, could be a long, long season. Just not encouraged with the mediocre team. Hope I'm wrong. So, okay. Well, I always have faith at the beginning of the season when everyone's
Right.
0-0. So let's see how things go. The fun thing they announced is that Zdeno Chara's number will be retired in January. So
I did
that's,
see
that's,
that,
That's
yeah.
fun. So, and he's helping out with the team. He's not technically a coach, but basically he is. So
Yeah.
and so maybe he can help him out during practices and things like that. And so. We'll see how it goes. So, all right. Right off the bat for the Bruins tonight when they take on the Washington Capitals down in Washington. All right. See, now this is what I don't know why you two didn't get together and do this.
Okay.
Okay. A woman's sports bar is opening in Madison, Wisconsin
Yeah.
next month.
There's a few of those. That
just
that seems
specific
to be,
women's sports bar?
Specific women's sports bars where
First
they
I'm hearing
only
of it.
stream women's sports.
Aside from featuring women's sports, Burnell's, that's the name of it, will also have live blues music and soul food. The owner says the bar is named after her late wife, who died of ovarian cancer over a year ago, and the bar opens on November 8th.
Yeah,
That's
I actually
cool.
love it because I have to tell you, there's been times that you're following WNBA or even women, especially women's basketball, college basketball has gotten really popular. And I'll be sitting at the bar with my husband and we're asking to put a game on. And, we have to ask everyone at the bar if they want to change it too. I'm like, just change the game.
Just one
especially
TV?
Caitlin Clark's era.
Yeah.
Just one TV. But it does get a little pushback, I think. Everyone has to be surveyed. Come on. Why don't we expose them a little bit to
Yeah.
the awesomeness of women's sports and hope that it catches on?
Okay.
Maybe change a few minds.
So they can show the WNBA,
Yep.
which is and there's women's soccer
Yep.
that they can show. Is there anything else?
Women's rugby's picking up. Women's
Is it?
lacrosse is picking up. These
Okay.
are teams that are starting to do franchise,
But our-
professional teams near us.
But our channel's streaming them?
No, you have to go to ESPN2
Well,
or
that-
something
that-
to
well,
that
this-
effect.
well, that's
but
fine.
either
But
way,
that's still streaming it.
I'm going to guess
Sports.
this bar is probably going to
Okay.
offer
Correct.
all that.
Okay. And probably not only on the pro level, but probably on the college level
Probably.
as well.
Yeah.
Because I know PC does a lot. Women's lacrosse.
Yep.
That's another one.
Yep.
And their soccer programs are all at least streamed online somewhere.
Yep.
So
That is one
Okay.
thing. I actually hate social media in a million ways, but I love the fact that there are some clips sometimes from these female games that catch a little speed.
Okay.
And traction and get kind of viral out there. And I think it exposes, especially women's volleyball. Like sometimes there'll be like the longest point ever kind of moments. They're exciting and thrilling to watch, and it's giving attention to a female sport, you know, and that otherwise might not have been clicked on. And now we watch pretty regularly women's volleyball, and
I always
lacrosse caught
enjoyed
up a few years ago.
every 4 years when.
Beach. You're going to
no,
beach
no, no,
volleyball.
not the real volleyball. Not the. I don't like 2 against 2 because you don't
I know why you watch beach volleyball,
you don't
Jeff.
have the back and forth as much.
Right.
Because scoring happens so quickly.
Right.
But keeping on beach volleyball, why do they wear those outfits?
I don't know.
Why is it
I
so
don't know.
skimpy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why the bottoms have to be so skimpy. I have no issue
Yeah.
with the top, but the bottoms are extra tiny.
And keeping it on that, it's the same with track and field.
Yeah.
When did that get so?
Bathing suitish to run
Yes,
in? Yeah.
to run in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it's to make them faster.
Like an aerodynamic thing, right? Yeah.
Is it just
like a second
it's-
skin material
it's
almost.
less
You're
wind,
basically
wind
running
resistance.
naked. Like, it's like-
Yep. But
Yeah.
then the swimmers, and I'm thinking the guys wear long pants when they swim.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to cut through the water.
Right.
So
Well, there's all new
I
materials
don't
that are
know.
out there now too,
All right.
which are like supposed to repel the water or
Is
whatever.
it?
Yeah, it's just all.
all right. But anyway, but the 6-on-6 volleyball, and I
Yes.
actually went and watched my niece played volleyball, and I went to one of her games.
Yeah.
She plays for Attleboro. I'm like, this is good. This is fun.
It's exciting. They're
It is
fast.
exciting. It
Typically
is
fast
fast.
points. They're aggressive, right?
Yes.
And
They
and
dive for the ball all
it's
the time. Mm-hmm.
positive. Like I've shared this on the air. My youngest just discovered volleyball in high school, and my other played soccer for millions of years. One sport to the other, it's like night and day.
Is
Like
it?
the energy, the positivity. You mess up
Well,
on
they-
a point, the team's
they-
like,
they
it's
all-
okay.
they all
and they
gather
high
together.
five and they cheer.
Yeah.
Soccer, that would never happen. They would curse you. They'd say like, go, get out of here, you loser. Go sit on the bench, you know. But not in volleyball. It's very different. Very
Okay.
different. Good energy.
How high is the injury level in
less.
volleyball?
That's the other thing. I
It's
would
less
say
than
it's
soccer?
less. The only kinds of
I'm thinking
injuries.
knees and elbows.
100%. The only thing, but they're wearing knee pads for the most part,
Yeah.
and they are wearing these arm sleeves now. Like my daughter's a setter, so she's definitely involved in almost every play. The only thing I'll say that I'm learning more about as we're getting into it is shoulder injuries, because they're straining from
Oh, yeah, I
spiking.
can
But
imagine.
there's
Spiking
some,
along?
there's
Okay.
some,
Well, you
you
gotta
know,
s-
strained muscles and ligaments up there. You see a lot of
Okay.
girls wearing the black tape over their shoulders.
Does that help?
I don't know.
Okay.
We haven't had that injury yet. But I think the only other thing, I mean, certainly no strained groins or no calf muscle strain, like nothing like that, like you
Like
would
in
have
soccer.
in soccer, ankles, knees, all those things. So, yeah, all in all, it's a knock on wood, been a healthier sport.
I mean, I know your child is young, but any sports that she's into?
She did do karate for a long time, but she's a drummer, so that is.
Oh, she's an artist.
That is, yeah, that is her sport. She
Okay.
twice a week with practice, on the weekends practice. So she is. That's her sport of choice right now. Right now.
And that is challenging, and that is a
Yeah.
sport, I think.
But now,
absolutely.
in the house, where does she practice?
Downstairs, my husband and her both have a drum set.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes,
So they
welcome
practice
to my
together?
house anytime you want to come. Live music.
do you step out of the
wow.
house when that happens? Ever? Like you need a break, or
Is it just too
you're
loud?
used to it?
No, I'm used to it. I mean, I
Are
don't
you?
watch
Okay.
TV. I'll be cooking or baking or doing laundry, so I just listen to the music that they're playing.
Okay.
There are times that I'll go sit in the parlor and read a book while they're playing. But
Oh, so
yeah,
you're
that's
numb
it.
to it now. Like you just, okay.
And if I do want quiet time or I'm trying to watch something or I have people over, they can put headphones on because it's an electronic drum set.
Oh,
so they can
okay.
plug in and you'll pretty much only hear like
right, the tapping.
Oh, I was picturing
Yeah.
like
Oh, the huge- I mean,
rock
drum
and roll,
sets.
So
loud.
it is a full drum set.
Yeah.
Full drum set, but it is an electronic version, so you can plug it in.
I love it.
Yes.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
So-
Well, good for her, and she's enjoying it. I would say
She loves it. They
Loves
go to the
playing.
Met every 3 months. Their school rents out the Met, and they
In
perform.
Pawtucket?
Yep, and they perform on a Sunday.
Wow.
Yep. So they have little groups, and they all perform their genre of music. So they just did one, so now they're practicing for their new songs. And she's got
Very
Louie,
cool. Oh.
All right.
and 2 other one. We got the beat and something else.
Okay.
good songs.
Now,
Yeah.
does she like to sing too?
Yes.
Oh, so and
Yes.
some drummers sing. So.
Yes.
Have you not heard her sing?
I
Oh,
don't
my
think
daughter
I-
likes
Amanda's
to
going to play
sing.
something for you off the air. She's so good.
Yes,
good.
my
Well,
daughter likes
she's
to
so
sing.
good.
Sing and play at the same time.
And
All
she can
right.
do the tambourine, and so
In our
All
town,
right.
we're very privileged to have a really great music program. And I have to say, she's reminding me of one of my oldest daughter's friends that just graduated recently, who I think once you know how to play the drums, when it comes to like percussion, you can play all
Yeah.
things. And she used to, in every song that the band performed, she was like jumping everywhere. She was doing cymbals, she was doing the bells, she was she was the person that was everywhere. And it's just an incredible talent. Like when you have that ear to play all. And
I
it
think
seems like
it's-
that's where she's gonna.
It's pretty cool because if she's not on drums, they'll put her on tambourine. And like my daughter just has a stage presence, right? And I can't
Okay.
explain it, but like she loves being out there, right? And she's very animated. And the last time we were at a show, we left, we're leaving, and a father of another band member walks up and says, "You had such personality out there. It kind of made everybody draw in." And I'm like, that's pretty good for a kid to hear from an
Yeah,
adult,
it is.
right?
Yes.
So
Now, have you heard about School of Rock?
that's where she is.
Oh, she is. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right,
yeah,
then.
that's where she is.
Because they perform
Yep.
at Autumn Fest every year, and it's always just so cool.
Yeah.
To see the kids, and they rotate.
Yeah, they have
around
the stage.
what they have to play.
They have the actual show band.
Yes.
That's who performs.
Okay.
Yeah. You can actually rent out the show band.
Can you?
For like parties, right? So
All right.
like we have a block party in a couple of weeks near my house, and they rent out School of Rock show band, and the kids get paid to come.
Oh,
but you
nice.
have to be a certain age for that.
I think it's 13 to 17.
Yeah, I'm
or
not
something
sure,
like
but
that.
I'm sure Charlotte will be telling me as soon as she's
Oh,
eligible.
so eligible
I'm
to
sure.
play. Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing her on the Autumn
Yes.
Fest stage in a couple of years.
Yes.
Very
That
cool.
would be great.
She would do it now if she could.
But I've also seen it go in reverse, where kids were going to go up there and perform, and I saw one girl
freeze.
just
Oh.
crying
Oh.
because it's stage fright, and stage fright is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And so now you don't have just mom and dad and your family there. Now it's hundreds of people that you don't
Yeah.
know are watching you, and she was just freaking out. And she never made it up on stage. They had to quickly change things around, and she's not performing. So,
Yeah.
because she can't. So
Yeah.
and it happens.
I
So,
think here's the thing, and I love School of Rock, and I'm not advertising for them at all, but I think that they are so compassionate to these kids and exploring what these kids are trying to do. And all of them that we've met so far have gone up at the Met, right? It gives them that practice time with people there. My daughter, I would say this, I don't think she'll ever have stage fright. She is me, right? A mini me in this aspect where she can just go up and talk to people. But I think they're doing a good thing with these kids and positive reinforcement, and it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what music you like. We all come together and we play and we have fun. And I think that's the cool thing.
all right.
I
Well,
so wish I had that growing up. That was
Yeah.
not around, right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Do you see that they have these nightclubs that are out there now for like adults to go to for Broadway shows? Like they
I would
sing and
take
they
it.
yell Broadway. Well, sing.
Yeah.
Sing it, not yell, but sing Broadway songs
I would do
together.
it. Yeah.
They're in New York. They're these
yeah?
underground clubs, and my sister and I are talking about going because we both did musicals growing up in high school, and we crave that
Going back and
like,
doing that.
harmonization and
Yeah.
collaboration with other people, and I miss the feeling, and it's like just because I'm an adult, like there's no opportunity, and we've been tripping across that there's these underground clubs that you can go and just belt out a show tune together with hundreds of strangers, and
That would be
I would
fun.
do it.
I know.
All right, break time once again on Coffee and time for a look at the forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Rain is likely. Thunderstorms are possible today. High of 69. Southwest winds up to 25 miles per hour. 100% chance of precipitation up to a half to 3/4 of an inch possible. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight low of 40. A breeze from the north. Thursday's weather, sunshine and 57. Friday, sunshine and 61. Saturday, mostly sunny and 67. Sunday, partly sunny and 62. Columbus Day, Monday, and Parade Day for Autumn Fest, partly sunny skies and 61. And on Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 64 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, clouds with rain and 70 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor, and their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse offers authentic homemade Polish food to make your next meal special. Try our many varieties of hot and fresh pierogies with onions and what they call dirty sour cream. Or pick up golubki, kielbasa, babkas, or some fresh rye bread. We also offer a large selection of specialty and imported foods. Open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 in the morning till 6 p.m., Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 5 p.m. It's Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse. Follow us on Facebook and learn about our weekly specials. Located at 855 Social Street, Woonsocket, Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse has all the authentic Polish foods you love.
The deals are hot during our Red Hot Sales event, exclusively and only at Imperial Cars. Get discounts of up to 10% off across our entire inventory of hundreds of new and over 1,200 used cars, trucks, and SUVs with finance rates as low as 0%. Plus, we'll make your first 3 payments or choose a getaway trip to Orlando, Las Vegas, or a cruise. Plus, we have hundreds of vehicles that qualify for the federal tax loan deduction of up to $10,000. Plus, no payments till next year on some of our most popular models. Don't miss the Red Hot deals exclusively and only at Imperial Cars.
Local and live at 99.5 FM.
All right, Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Smith and Amanda LaRose from Navigant Credit Union. And Amanda, time for a first message, please, from Navigant Credit Union.
Yes. So all informational, educational seminars coming up. We have a small business workshop coming up next Tuesday, October 14th. It is at 6 p.m. start time at our corporate office. And we will be talking about small businesses and financial emergencies. So making sure that we're putting money aside, especially as a small business, and preparing for financial emergencies when those would happen. It is free to all of our members and non-members. If you're interested in signing up for our small business workshop for next Tuesday, October 14th, please reach out to me at 401-233-3108, or you can call us at 401-233-4700.
All right, Amanda, thanks. And just take a look at other things going on. And this next story surprises me because we've been hearing nothing but bad things out of the city of Chicago.
Yeah, there's not good stuff happening there right now.
How can Chicago be named the best big city in the United States?
Wow.
Chicago is being named the best city in the country for the 9th year in a row. The city was recognized by the Condé Nast Travelers Reader's Choice Awards. Chicago was also named the friendliest city in the world by the UK edition of the same publication. Doesn't give why, but
we're not there.
And then,
I don't know.
But then they knock out the rest of the cities, the rest of the top 5, and I don't know. San Francisco, I always hear San Francisco's got issues. Milwaukee, I'm not sure of. Portland, Oregon, which is also having their issues.
Well,
and then New Orleans.
Here's the question for you. It appears that most cities have violence, right? And are dealing with struggles of violence and vandalism and all rioting and loitering and all the things. So whether you have like a 5% higher rate of crime in your city over another, I feel like it can't completely make you worse or better than another, right? Because it's a small margin. I think all cities have issues.
Okay.
So maybe Chicago, maybe they have incredible tourism opportunities that I'm not aware of, or maybe they have like picturesque skylines that whatever. I'm just devil's advocate, I guess, sort of saying that you're right. I hear the same thing about San Francisco and some of those other cities, but I also know that there's positives in those cities as well. So when people are only drawing attention to the crime stats and all things of that nature, it probably is why it gets profiled that way. But maybe there's some good stuff happening.
We did have another story last week about the benefits of Chicago, and they talk about people or companies still plan tons of conventions in Chicago, mostly I think because it's probably in the middle of the country.
Yep.
And
you have a major hub airport to fly into.
Yep.
And
so that makes it easier.
Is supposed to be incredible.
The concerts that come to Gillette Stadium go to Soldiers Field Road, Soldiers Field in Chicago. So there's all sorts of concerts and things like that go on there. So there's a lot that draws people to Chicago. So
some great colleges are out there, and
I know from a conference standpoint, we have there's a lot of conference opportunities around education and stuff that go through Chicago because you can do it in a hotel that's still big enough, but everything's in walking distance. And for conferences, sometimes that's what you want is walking distance. And so,
have you been to O'Hare Airport?
Yes.
Yeah. Fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's a joy.
I was there one time, and of course, your connecting flight is never in the terminal you're in.
Never.
Oh, never.
And I found the place where the shuttle was, but I'm looking at the time. I'm like, and I asked someone, or like someone at the airport, when does the next shuttle come? We don't know. It'll show up when it shows up. I'm like, so I had to make a run for it. I said, I can't risk just standing here waiting. Thinking maybe it'll show up on time.
You would think we have
a brisk
we
walk.
have trackers for everything. We can't put a tracker on that shuttle.
Yeah,
to
I know.
just Click this QR code and
I'm expecting, like at Disney World,
Yeah.
I want the buses. Here's where the next one's coming.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes away.
They have it
Okay.
at the metro in D.C. It tells you how many minutes before that train will be there.
right.
That's important stuff to know.
So important. Yep.
And maybe-
Especially if you're getting a
And maybe
connecting
things have
flight.
changed at O'Hare. This is about 10 years ago, so maybe they have updated this kind of stuff.
I
But,
was just there in July. I had a connecting flight from Chicago, and it was under such major construction. Like
Is it?
the
Okay.
ceilings were complete, like bare bones. Like all I saw was the rebar
wires.
and the wires, and the light was hanging. And I went, wow. But
Yeah.
nobody was working on it, so that concerns me a little bit. That it was just nobody
There
was
and
working.
exposed and not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're over there working on something.
Yeah.
We'll come back to
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
eventually. So don't worry. Please come back.
Yeah.
Did they have the signs up that says, please pardon our appearance?
Yes, they
No?
did.
Okay,
yeah.
there you go. So, all right, but O'Hare is fun. Just about as much fun as Atlanta. You ever gone through Atlanta?
Yep. Yep.
That one's fun too.
It's been a little while. I haven't gone there in a while.
It's still
but
just
yeah.
it's still just as large.
Yeah.
So, all right, lousy story out of Staten Island. A New York teenager is in custody in connection with the death of his mother's boyfriend, who was found decapitated on Monday. Police say the 19-year-old sister noticed a trail of blood at a Staten Island home, followed the trail of blood, and found the head of the man in the bathtub.
Okay.
Wow. And a knife was recovered at the scene.
Okay.
Police believe some sort of domestic dispute led to the killing. You think?
Yeah.
You think that was
I'm
might
gonna
have been what it
assume that.
was?
We're gonna assume that.
The victim's girlfriend does say her son has a history of mental illness. But you got to be just incredibly strong.
Are you going there? Don't do that.
To
Don't go to
decapitate
the
someone with
technicality.
one knife. You are a strong individual that can do this. And it's like, that is just...
I know.
It's just gruesome.
Topic
All right,
change.
moving on,
Yep.
moving on. Talk about, I don't know why, I didn't even know this was a job, but talk about an easy job. The United States Senate has confirmed former NFL running back and Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker. You remember Herschel?
Yeah.
I do.
You know what his new job is?
I want this job.
You know, Amanda?
What?
He is the U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas.
Yep.
How
Yep.
easy is this?
I know.
You know
I
what?
didn't even know I could have thrown my name in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard there was like 100 potential candidates, and he got it. But I'm like, if he got it, I would have. I mean, I don't know.
So-
if I would have gotten it, but what a gig! What a
Herschel
gig.
is an ally of President Trump. He did unsuccessfully run for Senate in Georgia 3 years ago. And we haven't had a U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas in nearly 15 years. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just not needed. 'Cause
Unnecessary
it's the Bahamas.
expense.
So,
I think-
but,
I'm
um,
sure
I'm
if you had
sure
to
his
shave some
paycheck
budgetary
is not
costs, that would be it.
minor either.
no, it doesn't say it was being paid. But how about I could do the one to Aruba? How's that?
Is that still
Or-
open?
I don't know.
Or Hawaii.
I'll go against
Well,
you.
you
But
Hawaii's our state.
I know,
It's our
but so
country.
I keep telling, just so you know, every time we joke about this, I keep telling Navigant, hey, like if you ever wanted to
a
open a
branch?
branch in Hawaii, like I would be
I'm
the
your
first
girl.
one to go and like community engagement.
I'm
So-
sure they say, we'll keep you in mind.
Yeah, I don't think we're
Amanda."
going there yet.
I wonder if they have any long-term care communities out
Yeah.
there. I really.
We could plan this whole thing, right?
That's right. But yeah, ambassador to the Bahamas.
Oh well,
I
Aruba
would-
is nice too.
Yes,
so.
it is.
Yeah.
I always thought ambassador to like Ireland and
Yes.
Italy. I always thought, well, those are pretty easy too. But this is easier.
Yeah.
This is so much easier. So, well, good
I
job,
wonder
Herschel.
what your job entails.
Well, you got to meet with who's ever in charge.
But
do they
it's
have
Bahamas.
a president? I know, but do they have a president? Do they have a? There's no king.
I don't.
No.
There's no conflict. So let's just put
there's
that
no
out there.
conflict.
So you're just really every day.
And
You're
all-
just schmoozing.
You're just schmoozing, and they'll just be talking about how do we bring more tourists down here.
Yeah.
And that's all you're really going to be talking about. How do we bring more Americans
I can do that. I
to
can strategize
to
that.
vacation in the Bahamas?
I,
Come up with one idea. Okay, it's time for margaritas.
Great land.
and then we move on to something else.
Yes.
So
All right.
but
When that job
good for
comes
him.
up again, we're going to apply.
Well, Herschel's got it now, probably for the next 4 years. So
Great.
we'll try again next time
With all
around.
the budget cuts that have taken place, I just feel like that's probably a position that could have remained
On vacant?
empty.
Yeah. You'd think so.
You know?
I guess it's not part of the government shutdown ambassadorships to other countries. So, all right.
Okay.
All right, Amanda, time for a second message from the Navigant Credit Union. Then we'll move on to another topic.
Perfect. So I know that Tim's been talking about this pretty much every Wednesday, and I'm hoping we can continue it. We are hosting a fraud awareness seminar on November 5th at the Lodge at Diamond Hill. So it is a brand new lodge that was built at Diamond Hill State Park. It is beautiful. We are hosting our fraud awareness seminar. We will be talking about fraud scams, what fraud scams are out there, ways to protect yourself. State Police, AARP, our Navigant security team will be on site. And it will be a great informational seminar. It is open to anybody, member or non-member. It is November 5th at 10 a.m. start time. If you would like to come, please call us at 401-233-3108, or you can email us at alarose@navigantcu.org.
All right, Amanda, thanks. And the Coffee and program will continue here on ON, AM, and FM.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
This is attorney Peter Hopkins. If you need some advice on a criminal matter or a traffic violation, or if you've been injured and you need to speak with a personal injury lawyer, please consider calling my office. I can be reached at 401-356-1043. You can find me at 191 Social Street, Suite 280 here in downtown Woonsocket. Once again, my name is attorney Peter Hopkins, and I'm here to help.
The state of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The state does not certify specialties in legal practice.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Hold the onions for all your business printing. Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
ON Radio.
And thanks for joining us on Coffee Ann here on ON Radio. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Smith and Amanda LaRose. Now, we all know that October is a Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Bullying Prevention Month.
Yes.
October is this month. The Cleveland Clinic is offering some advice on how to talk to children about bullying, which could have a huge impact on a child's mental health. Studies show about 1 out of 5 children experience bullying, with most cases happening at school. Well, that would make sense. You gather all the kids together. Vanessa Jensen, a pediatric psychologist with the Cleveland Clinic, says it's important parents don't overreact if their child mentions someone being mean to them, but instead ask more questions. She says if a child makes excuses on why they don't want to go to school, it could be time for parents to talk to school officials. Have you run across that, where your child has said, I don't want to go to school?
No, but I've run across where my daughter has said, "Oh, this kid is being a bully," right? And of course, the parent, the instant you're like, oh, you hear that word and you kind of freeze up and tense up,
Ready
right?
to go.
And your mama bear mode. But I've learned to, just ask her, like, what was this person doing, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we found out that it wasn't bullying, and I've had to explain to her the difference between bullying and just
Not being nice?
not being nice,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And picking on, or maybe asking you questions, and it's not bullying, but they're just trying to like goad you into answering, right?
Okay.
Like I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Yeah,
That's not
okay.
bullying. That's
Being an
That's
annoying.
being
being
annoying.
annoying, right?
Yeah.
But I think because it's so out there now that the schools talk about bullying, where if somebody is being mean to you or being,
So everything is bullying.
So
I see.
we've really fine-tuned what bullying is, but I mean, I'm glad I have a great relationship with my daughter. She comes and talks to me about stuff, so
I think you have to worry as a parent when things get quiet. When your
Okay.
kid stops talking. I mean, we were just kind of talking off
Yeah.
the air a little bit about this before the show started, about today's bullying is really like a social exclusion. That's kind of what we're looking at. It's not direct being
Comments.
mean, right? Like, you're fat or you're,
Yeah.
I mean, that's happening. That's still out there,
Correct.
but it's more of, I think the pressure of what's happening now is like social media based and having, friends get together without you and putting it all over social media and how that makes your kid feel. And it's valid. And it's a modern day version of bullying and exclusion. And, one of the things we've talked about in our house a lot is they have almost all schools now have this big, like, bullying message thing happening, and they have buddy benches in elementary school. They do a lot of education leading up to high school. And then in high school, they have a lot of mental health awareness days, and then they have clubs to like really promote mental health and positivity. But then what happens is that some of the meanest culprits end up involved in those clubs. And then it really forces this question mark in some kids' heads of like, who can I trust? And, and I think so there's some work I think the schools still need to do regarding the topic of bullying and kind of how it's evolving and how they can protect these kids. Because these kids today are struggling. There's a lot of mental health issues as a result of some of these new tactics that are out there. You couldn't pay me to go back to high school. I'll say that. Or middle school.
But knowing what you know now,
No.
and go back. Oh, I would love to try it.
I don't know. No, I think raising.
I'd have better
kids
discussions
in
with
school,
the teachers.
Even I think your daughter being your youngest and who's in college now, and I even think about like my freshman college student experienced some of that in high school, but like was on the kind of like on the way out. It's getting worse and worse. Like I have friends with young kids in 5th, 6th grade. Ooh, that's the sweet spot right now for the mean stuff that's really happening. And I think these parents really need to. I've always said I want to know if my kid is the jerk. Like, be transparent with me. Tell me if my kid is being the jerk, and I will do the same to you. That's kind of the pact that I form with some friends around me, because I never want to be naive. I think I struggle with parents who are naive and think their kid walks on water, and it's like, those are sometimes the kids you really need to watch because they come across like they are untouchable.
When my daughter was younger, Amanda, I had to tell, not it was a bullying situation, but she always say, well, someone's yelling at me, or someone, and then, I need to see the example. And then I say, that's not yelling. Let me yell at you.
Yeah.
That's yelling.
Yeah.
They're just talking a little more direct to you, like a teacher.
Yeah.
And they're not being mean. They're just trying to get their point across. And there's a difference between them talking to you and then really yelling at you.
I think a lot of kids would say like, oh, a teacher's always yelling, right? And I say to my daughter all the time, well, can you imagine having 30 kids to wrangle and listen to you? Like they're not yelling, they're raising their voice and being more direct versus, I said, yelling is like in your face yelling at you.
Yeah.
You know?
I have
There's a
not
difference.
finished. There's a show out right now called Adolescent.
Oh, I haven't finished it yet.
I only watched the
No
first
spoilers.
2 episodes. No, and that's because I haven't finished it yet.
But I heard
you have an
social
idea.
media is a play in there too.
I would say that, but I think what I found fascinating in the first episode, they kind of did this take in the school, or maybe it was the second episode that I just finished, of kind of this like live video shot thing following this detective walking through the school and listening to how kids talk to their teachers and how they talk to each other. And my husband's like, I can't believe that happening in a school system. I'm like, I absolutely can.
Wow.
And and it makes you really feel for these teachers who are burned out. And this is why the disrespectful tone, the language, I don't have to do what you're telling me to do type little attitudes. And it's happening out there for sure. But that show I heard is supposed to be an excellent snapshot of what teens are facing in school.
Right
and the
now,
outcome
today.
is not favorable because it involves a teenage girl dying. But I don't know how the show is going to land and who actually did it and all the things and who's to blame. But it's, I think, important to face shows like that and really know what kids are going through in school right now.
Okay, on another note, another topic, Johnson & Johnson is being ordered to pay nearly $1 billion after they were found liable for a woman's cancer death. Mae Moore died of mesothelioma in 2021, and her family claimed her death was caused by the asbestos fibers found in Johnson & Johnson's talc baby powder.
Yeah.
Los Angeles jury on Monday ordered the company to pay the family $16 million in compensatory damages and $950 million in punitive damages. A spokesperson for Johnson & Johnson called the verdict egregious and unconstitutional, says they plan to appeal. So
That's been rumored for a long time. I've never really deep dived into that. I mean, I used to use Johnson & Johnson all the time.
is
Their
that still,
cornstarch
is it still on
powder.
the is it still on the market?
It's still being sold. So I don't know if they made a modification to their formula or
Yeah.
I mean, in general, most pediatricians tell you not to use powder anymore. But when your kid has a real bad diaper rash, it's like the only thing
That's how it works.
The cornstarch one is what I used to use, but a little dusting of it. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't used it in a long time.
I
can't
use it
say-
to clean off my sand off my
Yeah.
feet at the beach.
Okay.
It's the only- So I know they still sell it.
Okay.
It does work great if you have sandy feet at the beach.
I mean, they must have had pretty substantial evidence.
I
but
guess.
I kind of feel
Yeah.
like this is, with everything that you listen to between, don't drink Diet Coke and don't eat eggs and all the environmental things
Yeah.
that can cause cancer. I feel like at some point, everything can cause cancer.
Cancer.
Everything can affect death.
Everything's
And
bad
so, I can't see if I would ever deep dive or connect that my cancer diagnosis has something to do with.
Well, think
a
about the
product that I use.
Roundup,
So-
right? The Roundup one. How many people use Roundup for years, and now
Constantly.
all of a sudden, right?
It works so well.
But I would never correlate
Cancer.
a cancer and a death of cancer to first of all, who keeps all the receipts from every
Right.
purchase they've ever made to
Right,
say
yeah.
that they have, you have to have substantial proof that you've used this product, you've had this product, you bought. Yeah.
I was fascinated. There was a 60 Minutes episode that I caught the tail end of it the other night, and they talked about that there's actually a vaccine court. Have you heard about this?
No,
and
I
I thought
haven't.
the timing of it was actually interesting because of everything circulating around vaccines right now and which ones are being questioned, et cetera, and kind of the uprising of parents today not even vaccinating their kids and what that could mean and all things. So they did an interesting story on, there was a gentleman, I think out of Boston, that was featured that he was connecting a vaccine that he had, I forgot if it was a tetanus shot or something because of an exposure that he had in his job, to his paralysis and MS type symptoms. And it's taken 20 years and he's actually won the case finally. But what I
Really?
learned about
Wow.
this vaccine court was for every, I'm going to misquote this, so I apologize. Let's say every 20 cents per vaccine that's issued is automatically put into funding this court so that the money is available per vaccine in case there's any lawsuits or trials that need to take place. But this woman that was representing on this court, and she's a judge, she's been there for years, and was talking about people don't even know about this underground court system available for anyone who's questioning if their symptoms from a vaccine are relating to the vaccine that they were issued. And I thought, oh my God, I was fearful of this being announced because it's going to provide ammunition now for all these people to come out of the woodwork and say,
Yeah.
my numb thumb is a
Yeah.
relate of whatever, give me $2 million or my, and I'm not diminishing that this gentleman, his story was tragic and he really is suffering and his speech has impacted all things. But I have to wonder if it's not just the vaccine, but other underlying issues that combined with the vaccine might have impacted his partial paralysis, etc. But it was a fascinating story if you didn't catch it on 60
I bet.
Minutes. But I thought I don't want to say people are so happy, but I felt like the story might have been an opportunity for people to say, ooh, light bulb. I'm hurting for money right now and I just had a vaccine. Let me. So, yeah.
All right. New data shows 1 in 5 adults are addicted to tobacco. Still, yes. A report by the World Health Organization shows the number of tobacco users has actually dropped from 1.38 billion in 2000 to 1.2 billion in 2024.
Are we including vaping, I'm assuming? Because
Let's see. However, the World Health Organization calls the number of people using e-cigarettes is alarming. All right. The report shows there are at least 86 million e-cigarette users, mostly in high-income countries, and at least 15 million children ages 13 to 15 using the product. A World Health Organization official says e-cigarettes are fueling the new wave of nicotine addiction. So I guess they're keeping it together.
it's scary how many kids walk out of school and just
Immediately.
how many of my coworkers immediately, and it's oh Lord.
I gotta tell you, what's alarming is the amount of people I've seen in public, inside buildings,
Vaping?
just vaping,
Really?
right? I'm talking grocery stores,
Yep.
shopping centers, right? If that was a cigarette, you would go outside and have a
yeah.
cigarette, right? So
now
why
it's
are you
available.
okay to just walk down the aisle and vape? You want to do it at home, you want to do
Exactly.
it outside, you want to do it in your car, great. But you're at a store. And I kind of see red, even though I know I shouldn't, but it bothers me. Why you have so little respect
for others.
For
Oh,
others.
but now I guess I was just thinking while you were saying that it's making it more accessible, which is increasing the addiction, right? So the fact that I can do it anywhere,
Yeah.
it's no longer, I have to wait an hour till I leave this meeting and go outside. I can just take a drag of it right here, and that nicotine craving is now accelerated, not at least provided with boundaries or restrictions, because I gotta push through the next hour before I can have that hit for that buzz. I can do it whenever.
It's almost going to be, we're going backwards, where back in the day, people used to sit around a table and smoke, right? And have their little ashtrays. And now it's going to be everybody sits around the table and vapes.
Yeah.
Right? And that's scary of what it's doing to your body, what it's doing to us.
And by the way, who can afford these things?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's
They're
what I struggle with.
expensive,
Who can afford those types of habits?
I don't know.
It's insane to me. It's expensive. I mean, yeah.
On that note, we got to wrap up the show.
Oh, wow.
So we've
Yeah,
come
holy
to the
moly.
end
We'll
of the
talk
program.
about that next week.
Sure. So Melissa Smith, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and Amanda, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me too.
All right, we'll do this double date again in a couple of months. Okay.
Yay!
How did it go? You're asking us back out again?
It went fine. Yes. You can give me your answer
How
off
about
air.
ask
Okay.
us? We may or may not let you come back
Oh,
next time.
great. All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, everyone, and stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember us coming up after the 9 o'clock news here on ON Radio?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The Canadian Prime Minister returns to the White House today. More from Mark Mayfield.
Reports say that President Trump and Prime Minister Mark Carney have a stronger